And we are live. And as always, I'm surprised when it actually works. We are here tonight with the one and only, what is it? Fantasy
Right
and
there, man.
Fanatic podcast, or close to it. Dan Colbert. How are you doing tonight, Dan?
I'm good. How about you guys?
And I have to tell you, I have envy about your mic. I saw Joe Byrne hit one like that, and I'm like, I'm buying one because I don't have a spouse to tell me no. So
my spouse bought it for me. She was like, it was on sale for Father's Day and for the Father's Day sale on Amazon. And I was like, I kind of really want this. And she was like, I think you need it. So yeah, she got it for me. And I think she got it like literally like 60% off. Like it was kind of crazy. So.
Well, and if you need one, Mike, it's Amazon Prime Days right now. So
yeah, yep.
We have the mayor of Park City here with us.
Hi, John.
And Cindy doesn't have to tap her fingers anymore because we were late. Sorry.
And I was going to say Tim's going to be on our show twice next month, so
See, why are we doing that?
Well, he has another novella coming out, I believe.
Oh, cool.
So he'll be talking about that, and then we're doing the Intimidation Time with
that's right.
Tim McKay, Tim Robert, Tim Carter, and Tim Wolf. And I remember all their names. It's a gold star for me. There, I'm just going to watch the rest of the show. Go.
That's amazing.
All the Tims. My goodness.
I kind of want to do that now. Can I do like the sequel to that? That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be some more Tims will come out of the woodwork, and soon you'll have like 9.
Yeah.
We've got all the Rosaires here. So, I mean, it's not like it's anything new for us.
That's awesome.
So Daniel, how long you're reviewing? How long have you been doing that?
Oh, geez. This is actually my 5th season. So, yeah, just going on 5 years now. Like I've talked to, at first I was like, I'm just going to do 10 episodes. The Wizards, Warriors, and Crew, they like ended theirs. And I was thinking right at the same time, I just love theirs. Like they talked about very specific things that other people didn't talk about. And it was really cool. So I thought, why don't I do this for 10 episodes? And now it's turned into 5 seasons and 52 episodes per season. This year I'm so full, which is great, but I'm going to have to start doing like bonus episodes. I have like just so many people that want to be on, which is great. And I really want to talk to them about like their books. So I'm doing like the whole pre-recorded season. 5 will be before January 1st. And then I'm going to do like bonus episodes, lives and some other things in the spring just to like get more people into like one season or 1 year. But yeah, it's been really, really helpful in terms of the writing process for myself. Made amazing friends and it's been really great. So.
Cool. So
I'm playing with things, Mike. You go ahead.
Okay. So just so you know, if I get your address, I will send you my books, and I will send you all of them.
Oh, awesome! I'm gonna put them right there because that's the shelf that people have been sending me. Like TJ Cooper just sent me his book. I just had an interview with him yesterday, pre-recorded. A Shadow's Vendetta. The cover is absolutely amazing. It's like one of my favorites. And then Jeffrey Smith sent me both of his books recently. Absolutely amazing covers. Everybody's got to check them out. So I've gotten just some amazing books. Every time I come home, my wife's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "An author sent me something." Oh, well. And it goes right there, getting ready for the next season for me. I'm a season behind of reviewing books for authors that have been on the podcast. So I am like slowly getting back caught up this year. I'm about 20 books away from being caught up for like this past season. And then I'll be combining like a few people season 4 and a bunch of season 5. So
what I'm hearing then is you need people who have recently put out books for your show.
Oh, that looks awesome.
So Daniel, you said you're about 20 books behind and you do 52 shows a year.
I just don't have time as a dad. I'm a teacher. I have a lot of extra responsibilities at my current job, which is fine, but it gets really hard to read books for people that are currently on my show. And I have come up to something interesting as well, because I used to do that. And then now what ends up happening is I've found as a writer, if you tell me, that like Mike, you tell me like, oh, this is the book, this is what I did, this is how I did it, this is what I wanted to do, overall with the themes, character development. I have honestly found that I enjoy the book a lot more if we've talked ahead of time and if I then read it, because I get more out of it as a reader and a writer in particular. And that's what I am. So I'm like addicted to it now. And I love getting people on and then, really seeing what they were trying to do and if it actually, was effective. And it's like a masterclass in, just world building, character development, just like writing styles, POVs, like, I don't know, all sorts of stuff. I know it's weird like to say, but I don't know, like that's like my thing now. So yeah, like when my son was born, I was like caught up with like certain reviews for my like current season. And then it just like didn't happen because he was a little guy. And yeah, it just took a little bit longer to get back into the reading and writing swing of things. So yeah, I always say I'm like a season behind. Really, I'm probably 20 reviews away from being really caught up. I had like 29 people from my previous season on. Some of them were like, a lot of people I had like were alumni that came back onto the podcast for like a second or third time, which was nice. But yeah, so I'm like 29 books. I think I have out of those, I literally have like 12 more to review for this year out of the 20 that I'm reading.
So, Ro, this is what we're going to tell people is no, we will read your book. It'll just be years from now and we'll remember the conversation. That's our new shtick.
At the rate I read books, we'd be doing like 4 episodes a year.
I find it really difficult. Like, I mean, I love my kid. He's great. I love hanging out with him. But like, if it comes, no offense to anybody, if it comes down to, doing my job right. And then he's really my first job, and I'm a husband too. And, I'm a writer too. And I'm like, I just don't have time. And I treat authors and creatives the same way as I treat my students. I'm just really honest. And most people are really cool about it. I've only had like maybe 5 people. Usually now people come to me, which has been great. Or I'll have people that I know from the community. So I don't have a lot of people that are upset. Like everybody just kind of knows at that point. So yeah, hasn't been too much of an issue.
I will make your life a little easier, Dan. You said a few minutes ago that, you have to keep it interesting. Mike and I, if nothing else, are living proof that you don't have to be interesting to do this for multiple years.
Just consistent. Yeah, just stubborn.
Right. Just consistent. Absolutely.
And I will
AEL in the chat. I got you, man, but I'm a season behind with interviews too. So we're going to get there. I promise.
So I will warn you about EL because he said, "Hey, Mike, can I write you as a character in my book?"
Oh, that's awesome.
And I'm like, "Sure, absolutely." And in chapter 1, I'm flaying someone.
That's awesome.
So be warned.
Well, at least you weren't flaying yourself, so to speak.
Yeah.
That would have been. So, Dan, what grade do you teach?
I have 9 through 12 actually, and I teach at I also have the students I have at a high school. It's a tech school, like a tech academy, and then I actually teach them like concurrent enrollment for like college courses too, for like Microsoft Word, Excel, and certain social studies classes.
Oh, nice.
So you're a zookeeper.
Basically, yeah. This school I'm at right now is actually like, it's actually really good. The kids are like really awesome kids. They have to join the program and basically like be invited as well. So I don't have a lot of the same issues that I've had at other schools. I'm 38. I've worked in public schools in some capacity since I was 19 and just out of high school.
Really?
So yeah. I worked free for a couple of years around like getting my degree and stuff. I did like worked at a refugee development center, helping refugees and students of all ages, literally from like age 3 and 4 to like literally like people that were older than me. Like now, like people that were 40s, 50s going to school for the first time or learning English or something like that. So I did that for a long time while I was in school at Michigan State. I'm from Michigan, and yeah, I just kind of went from there. And then after that, I got some substitute teaching, permanent subs, those kind of things for a long time. So I just realized the other day, I was like, I've been in the game for a while at this point. So I've seen some interesting things in education. I moved to Arizona, met my wife, and then moved here to Central New York. So yeah, I've been in 3 states, 7 districts with like a long-term position. I've coached for a long time, like basically like since I was 12 in some sort of capacity, whether it was like regular sport or martial arts or wrestling or judo, something like that. So yeah, it's been very interesting.
Where are you in New York?
I'm actually where Cornell University is in Ithaca.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a really cool town. It just stinks because like there's a lot of literary stuff, but it's like really, really difficult to find like fantasy and sci-fi around here. Comics, it's big. Like comics, like the indie community here for comics is really picking up there. I actually was supposed to do a comic. That's actually what I originally went to school for. And then I just wanted to write one. And then the pandemic happened. So I had a local artist. We were going to do like TMNT, like the original, like black and white. And we were just going to do a color version of the cover. And actually 2 years ago during Nano, Remo, I actually rewrote that entire comic as a novel outline. And I'm going to kind of tweak it from there. But yeah, there's a lot of comics around here. There's just not a lot of fantasy and sci-fi books. So it's kind of interesting.
And just as Ro warned
I'm
you.
glad you asked. It's too heavy now. I have too much stuff on it to bring it over. So we talked about this ahead of time. So this is a Frosthaven. It's actually the calendar from the 2019-2020 year, like whatever that was. I think it was end of 2019. And then the pandemic happened. And then they just like put everything on sale once everybody could go back to like malls and stuff at my local game store. I literally picked it up for like $1.50 and it had like extra art. So I literally just cut every character out and I actually use it and I'll take them off and put them in different positions with scenes or something like that. I think there's literally like 40 different characters, whether it's like a character from the game or a class you can play, or it's like monsters or villains or stuff like that, or NPCs. And I'll literally just kind of take them sometimes and move around the board when I need some ideas. So a friend suggested it to me a couple years ago, and I don't know, it's worked for me ever since. So highly recommend it.
How old's your son?
He's about to be 3 in January.
Okay, so he's not into your stuff yet.
Actually, my G.I. Joe classifieds I just got recently for my birthday, and he's just gotten into action figures and he wants to play with them so bad. I'm like, I'll buy you your own, buddy, but these are dad's. So I just pulled out some old toys for him actually tonight. He loves those Schleck figures, like the golems and dragons and stuff that you like see at Barnes and Nobles all the time. So I actually just pulled out old like an ice dragon and like the original golem that they did. I think it's like an iron golem or something like that. It's got some cool green crystals on it. So he's like obsessed. So not that I'm trying to pressure my kid into fantasy or sci-fi, but he tends to watch a lot of that stuff. And, yeah, I know, right? It's like, I can't help it. Maybe it's incepting. I don't know.
It's okay.
It's also fun to go buy stuff like that, right?
It's such a great excuse, right? My wife's like, "Oh, you're buying it for him," and then we both get to play with it. So I love those figures. So
my son was like 4 or 5, I think, when Pixar Cars came out.
Oh man, that's a good one.
And I would be driving places for work and stopping at like every freaking Target I came to. It was the longest drive ever.
Yeah,
looking for certain ones of those car toys. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's hard to find the G.I. Joes near me. Like I thought they would be there forever, and then all of a sudden I started collecting them, and it's hard. So now it's fun. Like for a father-son thing, him and I will go to different Targets and like look for stuff for him. He likes those like the Iron Man and Friends or whatever, like the little like Fisher Price kind of versions of them, or the Spider-Man Amazing Friends. So he likes those and some other stuff. The cheaper figures I've been buying him and just take the weapons away because he's not old enough. But if it's like solid enough where it's not going to fall apart and be a choking hazard, I'll usually get something for him. And I like to get something for myself too. So I love collecting. My grandma got me into it years ago. She would take me to get G.I. Joe, Star Wars, comics, all sorts of stuff. So that's where you see my walls getting crazy with books and toys behind me, because I still love the collecting aspect. So it's fun for the finding part.
So Daniel, I have a practical question. It'll probably be the last one of the night.
That's fair.
When I send you my books, which I will do,
Yeah.
I normally tape a little sword in front of all the books. Oh, cool. Should I omit that, or should I send you the swords?
Oh no, I'm just gonna keep them.
Okay.
My friend got me a whole bunch of these amazing sword bookmarks, and I actually have them in my desk. I have one of those little kid locks on my desk, so I have particular things in those drawers. He got it for me. There's like 100 of them. It was like he got it for me right before my son, like right before my wife got pregnant. So not that it was a surprise to us, but yeah, at that time, like he was like, "Ooh, this was probably the worst idea." I was like, they were so cool. They're like ninja samurai swords. There's like that's like swords from different eras, and they're all little metal bookmarks. But for him, it's not really conducive right now. But maybe when he's older, I'll bust those ones out. But yeah, I'll add it to my drawer sword collection right now.
Yeah, I bet you'll get these and you'll be like, "Yep, got that one. Yep, got that one."
That's awesome. Oh, so Honestly, my grandma collected our smiles and our happiness, to be quite honest. Like my grandma went to like 8 different Toys R Us's in Michigan to find me the original April O'Neil. Like that was like a really big thing. I remember being like probably 5 and it was Christmas. But she loved the finding too. So yeah, like, but she was always taking us to do cool things. My brother like was into sports cards and stuff. So like when we had a day off from school, that's what we would go hunting. We would go somewhere to some collectible place, and we would go pretty far out too from central Michigan. So it's kind of fun now. I take my son on days off and stuff to do the same thing. So it's pretty cool.
See, I'm like that with yard sales. I will go
Yeah,
to
I
them,
love it.
and my kids are like, no, stop it. You're sad.
I'll go with you. I will totally go to a yard sale. I love them. I love trying to see what's there. I love those videos now that people are doing on the Facebook reels where they like go, or they go to like the, what is it, like the boot sale or whatever in the UK. I like love those videos. They always find something super cool that I'd never seen before or never would have thought to pick up. So I'm also a really big like Storage Wars junkie. Like I'll watch any of them. I just love the finding aspect. That's why I love going to find used books over you know, like buying some newer ones. I'll do like Kindle. If it's somebody I know and I like, I'll buy that paperback too. But I still love to go after some of those like harder to find, like Forgotten Realms, Dragonlance, you know, like those kinds. So Spelljammer, that kind of thing. Ravenloft.
And when you find those, you don't find 1 or 2. You find like a box of them.
Yeah. That's the mother load. I love those days.
EL has a ton of questions.
Oh, I like that. What am I reading right now? Ooh,
not you.
I'm reading 8
everyone
books.
Reading. So, you know, take your time.
I actually got Rob right here. So Rob J. Hayes, Razor's Edge. I'm halfway through this one. We're also right now reading for book club, my buddy and I. We just started today, Rhythm of War. We just finished Joe Abercrombie's The Devils. I should have brought my Kindle down. I literally have like 6 other indie books also that I'm reading right now. Andrew Gibler's Soul Fraud. I'm about 60% of the way through that. That's an amazing urban fantasy. Different than kind of like what I do, what I'm about to do for urban fantasy, but he just writes in such a way that it like sucks you in. If it wasn't for me getting super busy this summer for summer school, I would have been done with it already. I'm actually really looking forward to this weekend to finishing up that one and reviewing it. He's got like 6 or 7 now. Andrew's like a really, really great author, so I highly recommend him.
Do you get summers off generally?
No, with my son. So I was supposed to this year. Everybody that's an author is going to be crushed by this. I was supposed to this year, and then we had funding cuts. So my normal summer hours that are really small were just like pretty much cut in half. And it just wasn't enough to live off for the summer and really do anything with. So I went back to summer school this year, but I was supposed to have the summer off to write. So that just didn't happen. So probably going to have to do the next 2 summers as well, just work my booty off. I do private tutoring too, which is also why I'm like doing all my pre-recorded episodes now, because the winter and spring is usually the good time for me because kids need help and stuff. And I'm just really busy with that. But my goal would be 2 years from now when my son's out of daycare, basically when he's going into like kindergarten and stuff, and they just don't provide that age anymore, right? So I'm going to be the babysitter all summer, which I'm really excited about. But I'm just going to hire somebody, like one of our friends, to watch him for a couple hours during nap time or something. I'm just going to bust away all summer writing. So I'm actually really, really excited for that day and time to come. So
I will tell you, I read my first Rob J. Hayes book, Pawn's Gambit. Absolutely loved it. It's quite possibly my favorite book of the year that I've read now.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I read his Never Die. That was like still one of my top. It's hard because like there are 3 books that for me were like pretty equal that year, but the only one I remember now was like 3 years ago or 4 years ago. For me, that was Rob's Never Die. So I guess that one was my favorite, because if I liked the other ones as much as that, then I'd still remember them. And yeah, I actually read the Spirit of Vengeance novella too by him. That was like super good. So yeah, I really like The Razor's Edge. It's a good one.
So let's see.
Mike has some bad takes, I think.
No, there is 0 plot in the first trilogy he wrote, and it just drove me nuts. But I've been told that I would probably like The Devils, but no, he's poisoned the water for me, so I will probably never.
I'll be honest though, Mike. I'll be honest with you. I tried, and people are gonna kill me for this, and I'm gonna try and go back now that I've finish the Devils, but I'm gonna try and go back. But I gotta say, the Devils, because I had the same issues with this book, The Blade itself, and that trilogy. But the Devils was like very, very different. So just saying, if I were you, that's the one book you're gonna get or one author gonna give a second chance to. That would be the one that I would do personally. But I totally get it.
So I will tell you, 2 years ago, if there's one thing I was very confident in this world, it's that Stephen King has never written a decent book in his life. And I told Andrew Wizard that, and he's like, read The Green Mile. You will love The Green Mile. I'm like, I will absolutely not, but I will read it so I can make fun of you. And I was like, Andrew, damn you. I like
Have you never seen The Green Mile?
No, I've never. Me movies. Of course I haven't seen The Green Mile.
Oh my gosh, Tom Hanks and Michael Clark Duncan. Like, what an amazing actor. That's a great movie. I love the book though. We read it for English 2 years ago. 2 years ago. I was helping to co-teach some senior classes, and that was just an amazing book.
And Tim, we can agree to disagree on this all day long.
I like both. I feel like you have to have good characters, but the plot has to it doesn't have to be super great for me, but it still has to be good. There's a couple authors that I read, and I'm like, I love their characters, but their plots, in my opinion, could use some work. Like, I don't really care about, like, I'll get done with the book. I'm like, what really happened other than character development? So I totally get that. I feel like there's got to definitely be a balance for both, but I'm definitely character development and world building over the plot, but I still feel like that 40% for me for the plot, or 30% really needs to come into play at least somewhat with the characters and make sense with the world building.
But I will tell you, my latest book, Proxima Station, when it came out, people read it like, what's the plot in this? And I was like, oh, holy hell, I cannot publish a book without a plot. But I mean, it's the
There's
first
all credibility, right, Mike?
It's the first novella in like a 6 novella series, so I'm really just setting up everything. And I'm like, well, there has to be a plot somewhere, so I had to go back and put one in it. So there's not much of a plot, but it's also part one. If I would read books over 500 pages, this would be a 900-page tome that I would write as one. But never going to do that. So
I did see EL's question there about the chat. So I got both Tims actually coming up soon. I'm totally blanking on which ones I picked for you guys, but I know you guys are on. I always have to insert somebody into my list. I can't just do like a set list of podcast people. I have to have like somebody else. I need those like palate cleansers. So I actually saw you guys, both of you guys, Tim's recently on a couple things. So I was like, I'm going to add a couple of them. But you guys have so many books. I can't remember which ones I picked because I am at the end of the day and I'm a dad and I taught all day. So, but you guys are on there. So to answer your question, EL, both Tims are on there.
So when you record your shows, do you just like record a bunch at once?
Yeah, I actually have already, as of yesterday, with TJ, he's my, I think he's my 19th. And then I have like Jeff Burns on Friday. I have Cindy Breck on Thursday. And then I have like 4 next week. I think I have 5 the following week. So I'll be halfway through my season. And we actually just released episode 1 with Kane Williams yesterday, actually. And he was like super fun to talk to with his books, his book Perils of the Past. And that's actually on my reading list for the new year as well.
So a question for you, Dan. Do you prefer lizard people in your stories?
Ooh, it really just depends. I'm more of a cat person, like a cat. I'm not the biggest cat person, but cat people. Oh my gosh. Like, I think they're the coolest. I have this panther, like humanoid, character. And in my Legends of Uma series, I have Uma means life, right? In like Mesopotamia and some other languages. So I really took that and ran with it. And I have a bunch of different life on this particular fantasy world and setting. It's just like teaming, like any like animal you can imagine. It's got like its anthropomorphic or, like its counterpart. So for me, it's really like the cat people, I think, are just like a Johnny from Magic the Gathering. I think is just absolutely incredible. And yeah, I just love characters like that. But I love me some lizard people because I don't know if you guys have ever played Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance for the PlayStation 2, but Slavas was, if you guys haven't played it, go check that one out. Him and his crew are some of the best characters I've ever played against in a video game. And I think they did a really good job also in the original Xbox with Dungeons and Dragons Heroes. Their lizard folk and Yanti actually were absolutely incredible. So I love me some lizard folks.
I just said this because Timothy Wolf, if you like lizard people, he does lizard people. And I think,
oh, yeah. I forgot about that, actually.
And Tim McKay apparently is going to start putting lizard people in his books because that is the secret to success.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm going to do it now and then name them something after the Tims. So I think that's only fair. So
Timosaurus Rex. That's what you need to put in there.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like that. I would totally do that.
And no, I'm not priming him for my question later in the show at all. Really.
Yeah, you are. Go ahead and ask it now.
Okay. So I ask this all the time. About 90% of our people get it wrong. So I want you to envision yourself. You're in a saddle. You're going down the main drag of your city.
Yep.
That saddle can either be on a T-Rex or a Griffin. Which one do you choose and why?
Griffin, because I actually have a Griffin series that I have redone the outline for the first book several times, but I'm finally getting the taste and the flavor right. Everybody's all about the dragons. I'm a Griffin rider. Loved Aragorn, loved dragons, love dragon riders, but for me, it's the Griffins. I think they're one of the most interesting fantasy creatures. For me, it's interesting because everybody's like, "Ooh, how are they going to fly? It's physically impossible." And I kind of took that literally in my books. So yeah, I have a Griffin Core. And it's a country that's like far to the north. It's very mountainous, so they actually need the Griffins. And they have this beast master-like ability to calm and to train Griffins. So that's like kind of how they do everything. And then there is another land to the south of them full of mages. And then there's an empire, kind of like the Roman Empire, in vast wealth, legions, that kind of thing, but they have a ton of magic and the really, really evil emperor, and they end up getting sandwiched between, so the two have to fight. And then it's really like how the legendary Griffin Corps in this particular setting, my other fantasy setting of this planet of Lien, it's literally how the Griffin Corps gets combined and really starts to form with the people of these two nations, with the ones that know how to ride the Griffins, and they don't really have like magic and spells and things like that, but this other country does, and it's really how they form together to defeat this like empire. So
I actually do that.
You said, well, sorry.
I actually have Griffins in book 3 of my fantasy series.
Did you? I didn't know that.
They're horrible monsters that get slayed by centaurs.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
So very
when I have you on my show, Mike, we're gonna divulge into that a bit.
into all of Mike's issues.
Yeah. The insecurities
around. Very long episode. So, what's your aversion to 500 pages, Mike? Why won't you go see movies? And
I do want to know why you won't see movies. The first movie I saw was Hook, where Dustin Hoffman and Robin Williams, and after that, I was hooked on movies. I mean, that was
the first movie you saw?
Yep, I was 4 years old. I remember going into the theater. Unfortunately, that theater is no longer there in my hometown. I'm really disappointed by that. My grandfather would take me to movies all the time. He got me into fantasy and science fiction in particular. But yeah, we would go see movies literally like once a week, sometimes twice a week. He would get me in trouble. The two of us with my grandmother. She's like, "You guys like just went through all this money." He was on like disability and stuff, so she was not happy. But she's like, "What'd you do?" He's like, "We went to the movies," and then we would come home on a Friday night. My parents would be working their other job or something on a weekend. They used to work for Amway in Ann Arbor, in Grand Rapids, Michigan. So they'd be gone on weekend trips and stuff, and him and me would make some popcorn and sit around and watch movies. So that's like a medium that I still absolutely love. So
I cannot wait until my kids have kids, because we've already warned them that we are going to spoil those children and make their lives freaking miserable.
Yeah. My mom's always like, "When can I get the grandkid?" I'm like, "Come and take it," but she's always acting like she's gonna give him a better life. I'm like, he's got it pretty good right now. Like, he's playing with Schleck golems. They're like $30 a piece. I think he's doing all right. So, but yeah, she loves to send stuff and to take him to do fun things. So
take him and load him up with sugar and send him home.
Yeah, well, she loves doing that. Yeah.
The last time they let me watch my nephews, my brother and his wife, they went out for dinner and a movie, and they didn't get home until midnight. and we were running around their house. They had caffeine and up until 11 o'clock, and I'm like, oh yeah, we should probably stop this. There's right after Halloween, so they had all the Halloween candy they wanted, and then they came home like, okay, I'm out, bye. And they were, let's see, Jeff was 4, so Johnny was 7. Yeah.
Just 2 little boys projectile vomiting around the house.
Looks like The Exorcist after that, right? With that scene.
And after that, yeah. Although I don't know if it wasn't my first movie, but I did see the original Star Wars in the theater. So
that's awesome.
That's how old I am.
Phantom Menace didn't really. I still really enjoyed it, but I still wish. I love Star Wars. I went and watched the whole prequel trilogy in theaters. I still don't think I've ever experienced anything like Lord of the Rings with that trilogy in theaters. But yeah, I'm like always jealous of that one. If I could, they always ask like if you go back in time. I'm like I'd save a lot of people and do things, but I definitely would have to stop at the theater for both movies. So and see them in theater for the first time. That'd be awesome.
What about the Hobbit movie?
I actually really liked them, and I'm totally okay with the people disagreeing with me. I love the Hobbit book. That's actually like my favorite book still.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's. I think it. So I'm weird. Like I actually started off writing screenplays. I actually sold one in high school, but unfortunately I was 17 and thought I knew it all, and they offered me like basically like $7,000, and my drama teacher who got me hooked up with the company at the time, he's like, they're gonna like tear apart this whole thing, like it's not going to be recognizable. And I was like, they can't do that. So I didn't sell it to him, and now I'm like, you're an idiot. Like I should have just taken the money, but more importantly the credit for that, and gone from there. So I tend to try and help younger authors and creatives not do what I did, and actually try and make some smarter decisions, because it would have been really cool to have that credit. And I wrote some other stuff, but nothing was quite as good as that. It was kind of like my version of The Punisher. It was interesting. I had a cop that was really frustrated with just like what was going on in his city and stuff, and kind of like Green Arrow. He's like, this is my city. And he ends up coming up with like another persona, and he actually didn't find out till the very end. And then he goes, and his dad's a lieutenant and the military and stuff. And they both were in the military together, and they had some stuff happen. And yeah, so I think it would have been really cool. I'm really disappointed in myself for not just like going with it, because now I haven't done anything with that. Talked to a few people about possibly turning it into like a comic series or something like that with like Kickstarter or something. But I'd love to do something with it one day, just to kind of, try and strike lightning twice and just kind of get the story out there. But yeah, it's kind of interesting.
So if they offered you $1,000 again, you'd say yes?
Honestly, yeah, I think I would have just liked to have the credit. It's not even about the money. I just think I should have done it from a writing standpoint and just learned from it, because I definitely, it was definitely not super great. The fact that somebody wanted that piece of garbage, to be honest, like, yeah, there was like a kernel idea, but the fact that somebody wanted that, I think was really big. It actually gives me still today a lot of confidence, and thinking like if 17-year-old me who didn't know anything, could write something that somebody wanted for that, like I got to write something that at least 1 or 2 people will read and enjoy in like urban fantasy or sci-fi.
So Dan, we're over halfway through this show. Tell us about your book that you're writing.
Yeah, so I have I have a character named Nathaniel Wither. He used to be a Marine, and he's now a monster hunter. So I have a prequel novella trilogy. I was trying to write the first book in the series right at the start of the story, and it just was not working. And then I had an idea of going a little further, like Jim Butcher, with Dresden Files, where it's like you don't really start at his origin story, right? You kind of start where he's already been doing this for a few years. So I thought maybe I'll do that. I tried doing that with the first book. It still wasn't working. And then the character was trying to like kind of speak to me, right? Well, then the Reacher TV show season 1 came on Prime. I had some time in between writing some fantasy and stuff like that. I was taking a break, but I was trying to get this character down. And as soon as I saw the first like episode, this character of mine, he's like, I'm more like that. And he's like, I'm going to do what has to be done. Still a good guy, but, I'm a little different than you as a person. And I had to like really be okay with that and, and kind of meet him where he was. And I'm like, okay, so what's your story? And he told me, right? He's like, I'm a Marine. I'm a veteran. This is what happened. And I encountered the supernatural. So I thought, you know what? Instead of trying to fit him in a box and do something different, and I've like tried writing that first book for a long time at that point. So I said, I'm just going to do a novella. And then it turned into a really interesting story that I wrote. And then I realized that it's actually 3 parts. And so I have 3 prequel novellas. So the first one is called The Hunted. And he's with his squad, his Marine squad, and they're overseas in Iraq and Afghanistan. They're kind of helping. And he ends up in Iraq, and then he encounters the supernatural and with his crew. And it's all about essentially like how his life changes, the effects of that, and then how he becomes a monster hunter. The second one is going to be the hunters, and that's where he actually meets the Night Stalkers, who are going to be the monster hunting crew that he joins. They're an ancient order of monster hunters. Then the third prequel novella is all about the fun stuff, like how he learns how to use his powers, how he learns how to interact with the supernatural that's going to be part of him now, and how he's going to hunt those things and how he's going to gain the knowledge. And you get a lot of world building between the 3. And then what I'm going to do is after I've released them as prequel novellas this upcoming year, I'm going to eventually turn them into my own like anthology on Kickstarter, so you can get like a special edition. I've talked to quite a few artists. Everybody seemed really interested in the cover and adding some, really cool things on the inside. So I'm actually really excited about that. We're also going to release at some point, once I have the first prequel novella already out and about. I actually have the cover for the first one that's called Hunter's Moon, and that's where Nathaniel Wither, he has already been a monster hunter for a couple of years. He's kind of still learning, but he's like in his element now. He's pretty confident, and a friend of his gets killed in that book, and then there's something really odd, and I can't say what happens because it's gonna get rid of some things in the prequel novella trilogy on his skills, abilities, and things, and it's a cool surprise. But there's a thing that happens, and essentially through his powers, he's like, "Ooh, that smells weird. Why do I know that scent?" And his powers kind of come from certain things that I'm going to keep close to the chest right now till the prequel novella trilogy is out. But in doing that, he gets essentially information from the clan and some elements on older supernatural forces. And he realizes that he actually recognizes this scent and actually who killed his friend. And it's all about his investigation to bring that person into the Night Stalkers or kill him, essentially, and really try to avenge his friend. And there's a lot of really interesting things that happen. And he's really not prepared at this point for the full repercussions of his friend's murder. But it's all about how he is going to try and solve that. And he's going to come up against a lot of obstacles along the way. And I have a lot of character development there. I'm actually like super, super excited. It all kind of came in once I had the entire prequel novella trilogy like outlined. I pretty much have 2 drafts into the second one. Third one, I'm kind of just waiting until I can finally, publish both of those. But I have the outline for the third one fully done. Make some minor changes, write that, send it off. But book 1, I've already started re-outlining that entirely and then writing the story as it is now. So for me, it kind of clicked reverse from most people. I feel like most people, it's book 1 and then they do a prequel novella. For me, it was just reverse. But yeah, it's been super interesting. I have a Avengers style crew that will form from this. I have I'm a martial artist, so everybody always wants me to do something with characters like that, level progression fantasy. Right now, it's just not my thing, but I came up with a character called the Jade Sentinel, and he comes from a long line of protectors of this realm, and they have like really cool Jade martial arts like powers, and he's going to be a character that joins. And then I have a younger girl who's she's about 19. She is a descendant of a Valkyrie. So she's going to be another character. And then I got 2 others, and they're all going to be like their own series. And then eventually I'll pull them together in their Avengers moment for a separate trilogy and kind of go from there. But that's essentially how I plan the universe out for them. So
I like how your Marine has the moral flexibility to consider homicide as an option.
Well, for me, it's interesting. I can't say why, that there's reasons. And let's just say there are certain things in his original nature that I was exploring. And I always thought I knew who I was till I had a kid. And then I realized that there are some things in me that, are really interesting. I thought, like, if someone hurts my kid, right, I might resemble a werewolf or a monster, right, to get him back. So through this character, I've experienced a lot of interesting emotions and tried to put them on the page. And it's always interesting, I think, when it's a character that's different than you. Because for me, unless it's life or death situation, I won't cross a line. And I definitely agree with Batman there. But also, like, if he gets rid of the Joker, a lot of people are going to, live. So I wanted to kind of answer that question with this character, if that makes sense, and kind of explore that a little. And I love Jack Reacher's approach. Like, if you leave him alone and other people, he's fine. But and my character is also kind of a mix of like Justin Hartley's character from The Tracker. He's kind of like in between them. But because of some things that he's had previously in his nature and the transformation that he's undergone, I just love Harry Dresden as a character. He's a great moral character in his compass, but he'll do some things, right? To do the right thing. And I really wanted to reflect that, if that makes sense. So he's kind of like,
been a little bothered by those characters who have this absolutely vile person dead to rights, and they could easily just, slip with a knife or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I'm going to be the bigger person. No, you're being an idiot.
Yeah. And just to be clear too, like, Nathaniel is not, he's a monster hunter. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That also comes into it. But a theme that I'm exploring is if you hunt the monsters long enough, how do you avoid becoming the monster? So that's like a theme that I'm really exploring with his series in particular. Each character is going to have like their own theme overall for themselves and like their individual series. And I can't wait to get them together, do like a Heroes for Hire or Avengers or the Defenders, whatever Netflix did as well. Trying to get that. And my Iron Fist will be better. Sorry, Jade Sentinel is going to be better than Danny Rand was written in that show. Because if you're the best martial artist, it just drives
the actor.
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't train, right? He's like, I'm not going to train. I'm not going to learn martial arts. And that's how it appeared. And now he wants a second chance. And as a martial artist, I'm kind of like, nah, dude, I'm good. I'd rather just get somebody else in there. But yeah, that's one of my favorite characters of all time. So I was really disappointed in the performance. Everybody else, like his counterpart, she was absolutely amazing in the show, and his friends and stuff. Everybody was great. It was really just, him. I just wasn't a big fan of. Sorry if that hurts anybody's feelings, but Charlie Cox is another one. I love him. But he trained, right? He really takes it seriously. And he like took a whole stack. You could see him before the Netflix series. He just bought a whole stack of Daredevil graphic novels, and he went to cons, right? And it was like, hey, like, what's your favorite Daredevil moment? And he really got into it with the fans. And I think that really went into his psyche, right, into the show. So, I hope that other people take it as seriously as Charlie's taken it when they do a character that we love like that. So,
speaking of taking it seriously, EL, no, I'm not thinking about it at all, because it's how I feel about a character in a book, not real life.
I was gonna say there's a great one. I think about that a lot though, EL, just saying, like, there's the Jamie Foxx and I think it's Jared Butler, I forget, but it's called The Kingdom. And it's all about like terrorism in the Middle East and stuff and how we were reacting to it at the time. And it posed some interesting concepts at the end. And there's like Jamie Foxx's character, somebody else gets killed, like one of his friends, and he speaks to him before the end. And his one of the female leads, she's like, what did he say to you? And then the same scene, it goes to the terrorist, that like leader that they killed, and then the mom asks in like Arabic, like, what did your father say to you before he died? And then it's like a co-opted scene, and it goes and they both say, kill them all. And that was really profound, I think, in terms of writing. And I'm a historian and a history teacher. So for me, that was really interesting. So I do think about that a lot, EL, and what the monsters kids would do. And that actually is going to pop up into my series. So it's funny that you asked that question. So,
Mr. Bird, how you doing?
Hi, Joe.
So, Ro, are we going to abuse some poor monster with his character?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Have you seen the Bald Dome before, Dan?
A while back. Yep.
Okay. So
here's the big question you have to answer.
Yep.
Who do you want rolling a D20, Mike or me?
Ooh. Let's go with Mike.
There was one right answer, and that is not it.
And I will agree
I was
with
thinking
Mike on
our
that.
bad luck would cancel out. So.
You have chosen poorly.
Okay, so tell us about the character who you're going to have transported to this new wonderful place that things will try to kill him at.
Ooh,
Who is the character?
Can it be anybody?
Can be anybody from your book. They do not get to bring their weapons with them.
Ooh, okay,
Just
cool. Got it. All right, so I have Alexandra, and she is a descendant of Aztec vampire hunters. I saw a TikTok, and I thought that sounded really cool, so I went with her. She's an expert martial artist, hand-to-hand combat expert. She can pretty much turn anything into a weapon. She's actually more scary, I think, than Nathaniel, and she's got she's packing a little bit extra punch. So she's got a little bit of magic in her ancestry because of intermixing with vampires back in the day. She's not fully like 50-50 like Blade, but yeah, she's a little stronger, a little faster, and can call upon some different senses with some magical abilities. So,
okay, so Alexandra has been transported without any weapons to the desert oasis, and one day I will edit this because I just had ChatGPT give me 20 different things.
yeah.
And so it's terrible, but one day I'll get around to it. So hidden within the sprawling dunes, a crystalline spring bubbles surrounded by date palms heavy with golden fruit. Mirages shimmer on the horizon, and the cool shade offers a respite to weary travelers and nomadic sages. Beneath the shifting sands, fragments of gilded statues and jeweled daggers lay buried, guarded by sand foxes, whatever they are, with emerald eyes that seem to flicker in and out of existence. So she is at the desert oasis with lots and lots of adjectives. What is your favorite color?
Black. I don't care. It's not a color.
Okay, so Alexandra was given a black fizzy potion by an alchemist. And he says, I guarantee this will work. I just overcooked it a little. It'll be even more potent, if anything. But I lost the label. I don't know what it does.
It's Moxie.
So now the question for Alexandra is, does she want a common item or does she want a weapon? If she chooses a common item, she'll face a common animal. A weapon, she'll face a fantasy creature.
I got it all, Mike. Got it all sorted.
She's going to go with a weapon. Yeah, she's definitely going to go with a weapon.
She has a sickle.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's perfect. Cool.
And what is she facing?
A drow.
Oh.
Have fun with that.
Okay, so at this desert oasis, she leans down to fill up her canteen or goat skin or whatever she has that holds water. And when she looks up, there across the way is a drow that is staring murder at her. She has her black fizzy potion. The sand foxes with emerald eyes that shimmer in and out of existence are just kind of staying back to see what happens. What does Alexandra do?
I feel like she could try to communicate first in some way to say hello and try and figure out their intentions. Yeah.
Joe.
I feel like she would try a hay sickle personally. Joe.
It could be whatever kind of sickle it could be a popsicle if you want. I don't care. Whatever type of sickle you want.
Okay, so she's going to try to communicate with the drow?
Yep.
Oh, sorry, I have to do this because no one believes my rules if I don't have it here to show. So
and Daniel, as you being a DM, we're going to let you kind of roll through this. We'll let you, tell them what you need to. Mike and I are of the Thaco generation, so go ahead, Mike.
Okay. Well, I mean, he tries to talk to the drow. Is he successful?
She's successful, Dan? This part you can just say yes or no, or be subject to Mike's roll of the dice.
I think she is successful, at least for a moment. Not intentions, but I think she gets the drow's attention.
So everybody speaks common. Good.
Okay.
What does she do? Drow is just kind of glaring at her, maybe looking for a knife or something, but
Well, if the drow is looking for a knife, then she would definitely prep that sickle very, very slowly. And she's pretty wily, so I think she would kind of turn her body a little bit and try to point and distract the drow, and just kind of prep herself and ask some more questions, like which way is the town, who are you, how long you been here, that kind of thing.
I don't think you succeed in distracting the drow. I don't think that's the way they work. And I don't think he's going to answer your questions.
I would say if we're not rolling for it, then I'll go with it. I'm going to say that she's going to back out there pretty slowly, keep her eyes on the drow. She would definitely wait for them to make the first move, but once they did make the first move, she's going to pounce like a panther. So,
how far away are they, Mike?
They are 20 feet.
How fast could a drow pull an arrow out? 20 feet's not that far, is it? Probably not far enough for that. You know what? He does it anyway. Pulls out
just
a big
saying, for
and...
all the DMs out there, I did prep the weapon ahead of time. Just saying. So
that's fine. We're not that. Takes out a big stonking broadhead arrow. So when he starts making that motion, what do you do?
He's actually like going, is he pulling it out of the quiver, back, side?
Pulling it out of the back.
Okay. So if we're 20 feet away, is the water between us or no?
Yes.
It's only ankle deep. Have at it.
Okay. So I'm definitely going to go the other way. I feel like she would wait for her moment. And then if we're DMing, we're going to roll the die, I think, to see if he hits her or not as she does a backflip. And kind of lets that sickle go and then comes back for it.
Okay, so she doesn't run toward him?
No, she's going to go the opposite way because she was prepped and she was already going backwards. But yeah, like I said, she would wait for him to make the first move. So,
okay. So you tell Mike what you need.
Do you want to roll against me, Mike? We see who was
sure.
Oh, God. I think you're the first person who ever pulled dice on us.
Oh, I got a set 100 right here. And I do have a D20. I got a pink one. So, all right, ready, Mike?
Yep.
And 1, 2, 3.
18.
7. That's why I'm a DM now. I never roll well.
So the drow had no intention of knocking said arrow. He thought you were going to run toward him. He was just going to stab you with it. But yeah, when you go backwards, he dives off to the side.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So your sickle can go whizzing by.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so she flipped over kind of, I was thinking like I know EL said the scythe. I was thinking more of just like your average like hand tool for a scythe. So yeah, she probably would have just like for bladed weapons practice for martial arts, usually if you're in that situation, the person's away from you, usually just drop it next to you, just kind of release. So she would just pick that up and then slowly she would then carefully make her way around the lake, probably to the right because she's right-handed. So, and use some cover along the way to get to his side. Sorry, y'all. I must have got my scythe knowledge wrong. We don't practice it in Washington karate. Sorry.
Well, he's got his arrow out. You might as well take a shot. He looks like he probably has the time to do it and still pull a sword if he has to.
Okay, what do I need to roll?
Something fairly high, probably, if you're trying to get away and hide in the bushes.
Are you crossbow or we're just like longbow kind of thing here, or short bow?
Yeah, like a short bow, I guess.
So for short bow, it's generally like it would be like a D10 in D&D if it's that like type of weapon in range. So.
I don't know what to do with the D10.
You just roll it. It's like so for the attack normally, right? It'd be like D20. So if Mike rolled and then was really like over like a 15, really probably like 14 or above on that one, and then rolls
a 9.
D10.
So yeah, that's what Mike does. Okay.
Yeah, he missed.
He broke the
Boom.
string, throws the bow away. Yep. Okay.
Yep. All right. So so if we're 20 feet away and then we have the water in between us, right? So if you're talking in D&D rules, like, so you're probably thinking that you're 4, so like every square is 10 feet. And so typically if she's a human of her size, she'd be able to move at least 20 to 30 feet. So I'd say like she'd probably be able to get to like about, if you're going the other way, right? Like probably like 15 feet away from him at that point.
Sure.
And then he'd probably try to go again, unless he wants to come at me with the sword or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, his bowstring broke. So, because Mike sucks at rolling dice.
Yeah, dry fire, right? Like,
yeah, I think, yeah, he'll take the time and draw a weapon and just watch where the hell you're going.
Oh, I'm coming right towards him now because I tried giving him an opportunity and now it's not working. So we're just going to go at it. So if she's 15, and then that's another 2 squares. So out of the 20, 25 feet, whatever she can move. So she'll be right there. And then it's really like he knows I'm coming, right? So it's probably a disadvantage for a D20 if I roll. So I don't even know if that will matter. Yeah, it doesn't even matter. My first one's a 5. My second one's a 6. So I missed with the scythe. The hand side, sorry.
Okay, Mike, can you give me a 15 or better?
Probably not. That's a 4.
Oh. So I miss, you're that way, right? And then you try to reposit coming this way. She ducks underneath. But then she's going to go with an overhand swipe. A 7. Misses that. You got out of the way. What do you do, Mike?
Stabby.
That'd be a 17.
You did it. She's not wearing armor.
Okay, but let's say it doesn't kill her.
Doesn't kill her. Okay. So if
it just makes her mad.
Okay, so if we go 1 round, 2 round now with her ability.
I already don't like how much math this new D&D is using.
So that's a 14 on her next attack.
All right,
clip him
a little bit. Give him a clip.
Little, like, hit him on the side of the arm, right? Like kind of up here, shallow gash.
Yeah, kind of just a flesh wound. All right.
Going,
Mike. Mike?
Yes?
Yeah, we're just trading hits now.
Yeah.
Pretty much. What do I need?
Just go ahead. Give it a shot. See what you get. You're going to roll a freaking 1.
13.
Oh, yeah, that would definitely hit, yeah.
You think?
I think so. So for her, like, I'll just be honest. Like, if we're doing D&D, right? Like, if we're really, like, doing dex, she's pretty dexterous, but it's probably like a 14, but she doesn't have the armor class, so it's probably still shallow.
Flat of the blade. Knocks her to the side.
Okay. So for her, if she's knocked to the side, she'd probably go this way, and then I'll be honest, she's probably going to do a roundhouse kick right to the side of that Drow's, be like opposite. So right side of his face.
Sure.
She's going to go right into it. Man, this isn't like, I'm getting old. That's a 9.
Okay.
She did a pirouette.
So if she's doing that, I mean, Drow has pretty good reflexes.
Yep.
Can he grab her leg and just, throw her?
I don't know. What does he need to roll to have that happen?
Oh, for that, like a 12, honestly. Like,
man, you're nice. I was going to say much higher than that, but go ahead.
I mean, she's already coming though. Well, to be honest, it's a disadvantage. So
3.
Oh yeah, she was able to get away there. So that foot lands.
Not only misses her leg, he hits himself in the face.
Yeah, he gets kicked in the face. Yes, he bends down and low enough. He hits her foot with his face.
Okay. So so if that's the case, then she'd probably come up with an upward swing for anything really, for a body or navel if he's still in front of her. Oh, okay, that's a 15.
You punch him in the face.
Oh, nice. Gonna hurt
Okay.
with a scythe.
Probably wasn't expecting that. Staggers back a little bit. We'll give you advantage this time. Go ahead.
And that's an 18.
Ooh. Kick to the chest.
Okay. If that's the case, is he knocked down yet? Prone or no?
No. I mean,
Okay.
basically, it's a fist fight at this point, right?
Okay. Well, yeah. Is he gonna? So if he's not prone, then that would be then his response or opposite. So.
Well, if you kicked him in the chest, though, again, that's going to push him backwards, right?
Yeah, I've been pushing backwards, but like I said, she's going to come in for that next one, so she landed that blow as well. But unless he's stunned or prone, then he would still have an action on that next turn.
Okay. Yeah, he's swinging hard now. He's pissed.
The haymaker.
Yeah, let's see what you can do to us, Mike.
What do I need? Will
16.
1 do?
Did you really roll a 1?
I really rolled a 1.
And this is why.
So I guess we could say he was stumbling a little bit, right? And tries to do that, come in, and then
The broken bone, the broken rib in his chest caught up with him, and he falls forward, I guess.
He slipped and punched himself in the face.
well,
Yeah,
she's gonna try and stomp his head, but apparently he rolls out of the way because I only got a 7 on that. So
Well, that wasn't him rolling out of the way. That was him falling to one knee. And
well, she missed. She whiffed, so it would be his turn.
he got a 1, though. Good grief.
He'd probably be prone. To be honest, he'd probably be prone. And then if he's prone, that's going to be advantage. And then it's a 7.
All right.
Jeez, oh, Pete. Yeah, she
You
apparently.
called for her to stop.
Yeah.
Let's just stop here.
Yeah.
So, is it tea party time?
Well, depends what she says.
Well, I mean, if she has defeated him and then the threat is over, and it's clear that she's just it'd be murder, like she would actually be done by that point. She'd probably try to figure out why he attacked her and honestly probably try to help him a bit. If he attacks her again, though, then she's chopping his head off, just to be honest. So
Yeah,
he just wants some SPF.
The question she asked him. The question she asked him before about where is whatever, he just points it out.
She'd probably help him, to be honest, like if he needed it, and then maybe take him with her and drop him off somewhere with some friends in the Underdark or something like that on the way.
Yeah. He's going to go home quietly and not tell anybody about this.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Certainly not hang around her at all. Jesus, you suck at this, Mike.
And now you know why I've never played D&D before.
Now you know why I DM. There was really only 2 successful rolls on the ones I did. So,
God. All right. Well, your character survived at least, so you can continue writing her as you will.
I was actually worried about it when you said drought. I was like, oh crap.
But yeah, I was kind of thinking that too. It's like, oh, we might actually get to do some damage. But,
yeah, like if we're talking
7,
D&D,
1, no.
Yeah, she's only like I would say even with a little bit of extra ability, she's still only like a +1 or a +2 for like, extra speed or movement or something like that. So she's not that much like Nathaniel's a lot stronger, faster, that kind of thing. And he has a female counterpart who's actually also a veteran from a different branch. They monster hunt together in the same clan, the Night Stalkers. She's actually my prequel novella trilogy as well. But yeah, the 2 of them are more brute and brawn, but she's more of a finesse fighter. And yeah, she's a little bit different. So she's interesting.
Uses her head a bit more.
Yeah. That's why they need her when the Avengers moment comes around. They need somebody that can strategize and think. So,
when can we expect these books again?
So my prequel novella trilogy. So the first one, I'm actually literally like finishing up draft 5 as we speak. That's my beta draft. I've already had Sarah Torn as my developmental editor. She's gone through it the first time, and then. I had Logan D. Irons as a friend of mine. He was an alpha reader. H.L. Tinsley, she was another one. The 3 of them pretty much had most of the same feedback, which is good for me, right? So that first one, excuse me, I'm so close. So I'm definitely going to be wrapping that up, if not the end of this month, next month. Audiobook for all three, we're trying to figure out if we can do that with the Kickstarter. That will be towards the end of next year. I'm actually rapid releasing the prequel novella trilogy for Nathaniel Wither and his series. And then I actually have my Kindle novella series, my Kindle novella series, sorry, that just like, it's not a thing now, right? So I took it off. I was about to publish, actually, and I'm glad I didn't there. So I actually am tweaking that one. That's a dark fantasy. If you like Lethal Weapon, with like your older veteran and then your younger rookie in a fantasy setting, doing Mission Impossible type missions in a fantasy setting, much to the style of the Tokugawa Shogunate, then that will be the novella for you. The series is called Twin Flames. I have a shadow thief, former assassin, who's older. He's my Danny Glover. And then my Mel Gibson is a younger northern war priest. And yeah, then they get into a lot of trouble. And it's actually going to be a series of novellas from all the short stories that I came up with for Kindle Vella. And that's actually going to be by August, this upcoming summer for 2026. So. Nice. And then the other two prequel novellas for Nathaniel Wither will be like after that up till Halloween next year. So in the next year, I'll have 4 novellas out. And then the following January 2027 is when the first actual Nathaniel Wither novel will come out. I'm really excited about that. We're really taking our time. Tom Edwards, like I said, did the cover, did an amazing job. Got to tweak my series logo for that a little bit more to be a little clearer, I think, on the page. And then we're really crafting the insides. I've already talked to Adrian M. Gibson about that. He did his own for Mushroom Blues and some of my, like Shattered for Nicholas W. Fuller. So he does an amazing job on the interior. So that's a series for me that we're really going to, like, I'll do the prequel novellas, but like, that's a series that's like going to look really, really good in paperback and hardcover. So I'm like really excited with the professionals that we've got on board to help our team out. And it's going to be really super cool. So.
Well, with all of that and a Kickstarter, because the Kickstarter certainly won't eat up any of your time.
Yeah.
Especially if it's really successful, you'll have a block off your room as a order, box.
We actually have a spot in the basement. My son does. This is my office in the basement. He doesn't really come down here very often unless it's to help me or something, or we just take a break and I gotta do something while he's playing or whatever, and vice versa. So. Yeah, I got a really good group of people who have interviewed for Kickstarters. I have like 5. Herman Stewart-Engel's one of them, friend of mine, that have had very successful Kickstarters. I want to encourage people to go check out my friend Alan Silverwood. He's got a new comic, like superhero comic, that's like a mashup of like Halloween mythology. It's really cool. But I've also asked him a lot of questions. I have a couple other friends too that I've interviewed on my podcast, and they've all had very successful Kickstarters multiple times. So they're actually going to help me come up with an actual plan from start to finish. Without people like that in the community, I'd be nowhere doing anything, doing nothing really, just writing stories and making trunk novels and putting them here on my desk when they're done. Yeah, it's going to be really fun. And yeah, we're going to have everything very pre-planned because that's a very busy time for me, but we're hoping that, so like for the Kickstarter, it would really be for the audiobook and the special edition would really be like late spring or early summer of 2027 once everything's out. And then we'll actually have the first Nathaniel Wither book out there too. And that would be like an add-on to that Kickstarter, as well as trying to get the audio book. We're going to actually put that one, we're actually going to do it like together, but it'll be, you can either get it all together with the audiobook or separately. I've already talked to audio narrators about that as well. So really, I'm just like waiting to publish those and get the Kickstarter, but we're pretty planned out for quite a few projects between now and the summer. Yeah, 2027. So I just have the dark fantasy novellas for now, but I have a lot of others in that universe. I have 2 different fantasy universes I've been writing in a long time and just wrapping up stories the next couple of years. So once I publish, I like to say once we publish, it's just going to be like boom, boom, boom. And everybody will get really tired of me because you'll see me everywhere, hopefully, either on podcasts or, doing stuff and releasing a bunch of stuff. So I got short stories too that I'm slowly working on in between stuff to do some things with those, try and sell them maybe, or do some sort of anthology if nobody wants them. So. Very
cool. All right. Where can people find you online?
Currently, we're redoing my author website. We're having an issue with WordPress right now. I had a past email and they're not letting us combine. So we're trying to figure out what the best route is. But you can find me
Right,
really
best routes
anywhere.
fit with WordPress, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, we're on Wix, and then my friend made this amazing one for the Fantasy and Sci-Fi Fanatics podcast. You can find that really anywhere on YouTube. I'm on really all socials as that. That would be me. And then also author Daniel Kubal. You can find me really anywhere. I'm trying to direct people to my Facebook profile page for author Daniel Kubal because that's where the updates really are going to go, or Instagram or TikTok. I'm on X too. Blue Sky, I'm on there also as author Daniel Kubal. So those are going to be the places that I'm going to let people know once we get my website fixed. I have some people helping with that. It's going to look super, super cool. Have a really cool urban fantasy vibe on one spot, and then the fantasy on another one. Before my son was born, I was working on a military sci-fi like mech series with like mech Marines that are using kind of smaller versions of the Pacific Rim suits, and they're out in outer space. So at some point I got to go back and finish that one up. So I do have some sci-fi that will be coming out next couple of years as well. So
Nice.
Okay, awesome. Hey, if Dan, if you could send Mike like addresses to stuff,
oh yeah.
he will put it on the show notes. Then.
Oh, perfect.
But,
I appreciate that.
I'm
Sweet.
just
I'll send
giving
that
Mike things to do. So. All right, to everybody else, thank you for hanging out with us once again. Appreciate it as always. We are not here tomorrow. Thursday at 7, we have the one and only Laura Huey with
cool.
us. And that's always a good time.
That's awesome. I'll have to join that. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much, guys. This has been really fun. I really appreciate the time and you guys having me on and playing some D&D. It's the most D&D I played in like 2 years, so I really appreciate that.
Such as it was. And if you're still here and you haven't subscribed yet, we're 14 away from 500. So please go click the little button. And thank you very much and have a good evening.
See you guys. Thank you so much.